G'day everyone, it's SCS SuperCoach, providing SuperCoach content for you. We are live talking SuperCoach. I think I'm still my parents. I forgot to close the door maybe. Yeah, we're live. I didn't really have any video ideas other than doing team previews, which I might do now, tomorrow and over the weekend. But I did, as preseason started, wanted to do more live streams. So I will be trying to do one every Thursday, as best as I can. I'm still at my parents', which is, I can't drive for another 3 weeks. So I think I'll be in my place over the weekends and then at my parents' over the work week because it's like a 3-minute drive away from work at my parents' place. So, yeah, hope everyone's doing well. I believe St. Binger has joined. G'day, St. Binger. How are we, legends? What's cooking? Not much. We're doing takeaway tonight. Hope you're doing well, Jono. Hope you're doing well. James P, how you going? Oh, sorry, I forgot to respond to this comment yesterday. I've been ever so slowly been getting through the comments, but James P is an absolute legend of the channel, so I hope you're going well, mate. Thoughts on Will Dawson? I think he is in North's best 23. I probably just think the price is just a little steep for my liking when there's other options around. I haven't seen much accountability. I haven't seen much from him to suggest he'll score better otherwise. I mean, he would make money. 193K would make money. I'd have doubts that he can get to about 100K though. So I just think there's a few better options. But job security is no problem, James. There is no problem at all with his job security. Who's the best pod at the minute, do you think? Who's the best pod? Let's go through some of the ownership, shall we? So I would classify pod as 10% or under, I think. Who do I think is a really nice, juicy pod? Sam Walsh, I quite like actually. Full preseason. I think if he was to have a full preseason, I know in past years his CBA numbers are low, but his back was hanging by a thread. I think there's potential there. Like, I don't mind Jack Steele. I think I prefer Walsh over Steele at the minute. As we continue to go through, start heading into real. Brent Daniels is probably my favourite. He's probably my favourite at 4%. Archie Roberts, probably need to hear some more news on him, but could be good. Connor McDonald. We'll see how that transpires. Let's go with a really rogue pod, shall we? Let's go with my favourite rookie pod is Menez Wakefield, now that we're hearing he's back up and ready to go. Controversial, maybe Jordan Ridley, best 1% pod, I reckon. I actually still managed minutes. Maybe Sam Banks if he gets the full keys might be my favourite. I'm basing it on nothing but gut feel. For Harry Dean, more chance of taking kick-ins. I think there's a bit of Tom Barris in his game with Harry Dean. I think he can take the odd intercept mark, but has potential for a slow burn for sure. But I don't think job security is a problem. I don't think time on ground's a problem. The Blues are setting up pretty nicely down back for the future. Harry O'Farrell looked good before he did his ACL, and then Harry Dean. There's real potential there down back for a while for the Baggers. I don't mind Harry Dean. If enough dominoes fall, defensive rookie-wise, we can go to him, but is he an on-field option? He might be a safe option on-field, but I don't think it would be Zach Reid levels. James Pete, yeah, I have Walsh currently. Yeah, I don't mind him. I don't mind him at all. Think he can get back to his old days. It's the SCL legend. Oh, gee. Jeez. Hey, yo. How are we going? Got a cheeky inkling of what Sam Mitchell's going to do in that midfield mix, and more importantly, favourite Taylor Swift album. Taylor Swift album. I don't remember them off by heart. I'll have a look at my favourite album. Let's have a look at. There's got to be ones I remember. Yeah. My favourite Taylor Swift album would be probably Fearless. Real girly vibes that I like. I like that one. And then for midfield mix, no idea, mate. I wish I could tell you the answer, but I honestly think there will be a lot of magnets moved around. But I was thinking that before the Will Day injury. So now I'm leaning, because now that there's 2 holes to fill. So that was what I was thinking originally. There's going to be a lot of mixture without a clear answer when James Worpel left. Now with the Will Day injury, there probably will be a clear winner from the rest of that crop. The centre bounce, first ball up of the season against the Giants, I expect it to be Meek, Newcomb, who's going to get tagged to oblivion this year, by the way, Connor Nash, Josh Ward. And I think that 4th CBA, from all reports and what we're hearing early days, is probably Connor McDonald. And I think he would be the clear winner. And I think we'll get little spurts of McKenzie in there, get a little spurts of Watson, Weddle, Moore. But I think the clear winner would be Connor McDonald. So my projection on him, it's not ginormous amounts of CBA levels, but I think we can expect potentially a 40% CBA week in, week out with Connor McDonald. In saying that, though, Mitchell can throw things around on the whiteboard, and sometimes he will do things that none of us can predict. So that's probably the best you're going to get from me, Cheezo. St. Binger, would you have Jai Sarong on field or bench? I have, as long as he's in the team, I would have a lot of faith with him on field. I think he will be one of our stronger cash generators, for sure. I think he'll be safe on field. As long as he isn't the 3rd tall down forward, he can score like a beast on the wing. He can score like a beast as a 3rd tall in defence. He's going to be a handy role player for the Swans, and I will definitely be staying him on field. I would recommend having him on field. He is probably my favourite on-field rookie in defence. So if you're running 5 deep or 4 deep in Coleman, I think Sarong would be the guy to have on field. Jakey Wood, hope you're going well, mate. Hey, SDS, how you doing? Doing good, mate. Do you have a league code for SuperCoach? Good question. I don't yet, and I usually like to do them a bit later, because later, heading into round 0, round 1, is when you get the people around the community that have taken it really seriously. Sometimes you can get people that start watching December, January, and when SuperCoach opens late January, they'll have a peak, but they won't be active. So I will release the SDS Super League code probably heading into round 1. I think I did that last year. So maybe on the Monday or the Tuesday, and then might do another couple of leagues, that sort of thing. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Woody, Blues bagger, you starting Xavier Taylor? I am not at the minute. I might actually build my team with you as a little cheeky team update while we're at it. Yeah, I will. Yeah, I might build a team actually, but I think I've got a few ahead. I think I've got a few ahead of Xavier Taylor at this point, but not to say that he isn't an interesting option. I think he could be a guy that plays straight away. Oh wait, shit, missed one. Any tips on how to talk to a girl if you're scared of rejection? You shouldn't be scared of rejection. The worst thing she can say is no. Not really. There's this meme on TikTok now about horrible things sports-wise, but no, how to talk to a girl, have a few, drink a bit of liquid courage, and just shoot your shot. So there's nothing to be afraid about. I don't really like cheese. C-Mac mid has got my heart beating a little quicker than it should. Was hoping he would say, yeah, nah, sorry, mate. There's some really interesting 300 to 400k options in SuperCoach this year, like a decent amount. So I not as much in the mid and forward line in that 4 to 500k range this year more than usual. So yeah, I think, well, obviously I'd have Flanders ahead, but yeah, just have a look at your buys. If he works for your structure, I think he might be one to have a look during preseason, but he has in the past been, well, we drafted him as a midfielder and we've just turned him into a half forward. So he is a natural midfielder. Am I worried he's a little timid? Maybe, but he knows how to get the ball. So thoughts on Jacob Farrow? I mean, been hearing good things with Essendon, but I haven't got the impression as of yet that he is firming his chances to play round one. I think Dyson Sharp is just about as locked in as you can get. Farrow, I don't think he's locked in as of yet for round one. Now, Bombers fans, you can tell me why not if you disagree with that. But I think at the minute, I have a few ahead of him. Patrick Rasheshko, yeah, so it seems like he's mounting his case to be a winger for the Tigers. He came in from Geelong as a delisted player. Then they traded him for pick 209 or whatever it was. And yeah, so he's firming his case. I believe his GPS numbers are through the roof. So Uze likes him. How's the wrist going too? Pieced all back together? Yeah, I'll show you. I'm actually out of my cast. My splint now. It's recovering pretty well. Can you actually see it, or are they blurring it out on purpose? Because it's quite a scar. They're not really showing it. You guys can probably... Oh, no, I'm facing it the wrong way. There should be a scar there, so I'm not sure if you guys saw that pretty well, but it's going well. I can drive in 3 weeks, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. 3 more weeks without driving, but yeah, going all right. It's progressing really well. So now I'm playing with some Play-Doh type thing to strengthen my wrist, but I can just about type on a computer like natural, so going good. Jakey Wood, sounds good. Legend, keep up the good work. Appreciate it, Jakey. Thank you very much. Give me your top 5 must-have in each line. Oh, I don't like the word must-have, but and 5 in each line, that's a lot. I'll do 1 in each line that is a must-have. So I think in defence, if he's playing if he's playing round 1, Jai Sarong's a must-have. Or round 0. Sorry. Jagger Smith in the midfield. The ruck line, I cannot give you a good read on the ruck line. I think this is the hardest ruck line to pick this year than I can predict with the new ruck rules and the lack of value options that are really cementing themselves. But probably a must-have would be just any of the 119k or less ruckman. If they get named round 1, then they're probably a must-have. And then the forward line's probably got to be Sam Flanders, as long as his back is all good. So those are probably my must-haves there. Slam. How are we going, mate? Gee, I am going really slow here. I'll pick up the pace. I'll probably go for another 25 minutes. Slam, how you going, mate? Darcy, absolute legend you are. Are you liking the looks of Harvey Harrison? Only 126k forward eligible, looking nice. Looks to be tracking nicely for opening round. Yep. I am pretty bullish on him, actually. If there's any Pie fans in the comments, let me know and give your honest thoughts on him. Like, how old is he now? I don't think you can call him young. I think he's he did his ACL. Harvey Harrison. How old is he? AFL. He's 22, so yeah, he's a few years into the system. He's cheap. I think he can play that high half forward role, and I think he can be locked into that best 23. I actually have quite high hopes for him, and I also just think, he will be a valuable contributor for Collingwood this year. So Bo McCreary is there for another 4 to 6 weeks, so I think that helps him even further potentially for a round 0 appearance against the Saints there. So I'm a big fan, and I think he could be a rookie that you have on field. So cheers, Darcy. Raspberry vodka or Aperol spritz? Raspberry vodka, nah, not anymore. Not anymore. Maybe in my early clubbing days, but that's long gone now. So the Aperol spritz gets the job done for me. Blues Bagger, thoughts on going Jamara Ugle-Hagan or Charlie Curnow? There's a bit of noise being made with Jamara. I still don't buy it yet. I don't think he plays early on. Charlie Curnow, I don't mind, but there's a few others around his price that I prefer with more consistent scoring potential than a guy like Charlie. But I think he'll have a better season than last year. I mean, he's got Errol Goulden, Isaac Heaney, and Chad Warner kicking down his throat in the forward line. Like, that's a lot better than a few of the butchers down at oh no, wait, you're a Blues supporter. Sorry, mate. But there's probably a few guys I prefer ahead of Charlie, and Jamara, probably not for me. Also a key forward too, so can be inconsistent. C-Mac is the 4th string. Would you have him above DeGoey and Treloar tops? I would have him above DeGoey. I think there's too much BS that happens with that with him, just scoring wise and with his consistency. I wouldn't have him above Treloar though. He could play wing, half forward, and still average 95. He just knows how to rack up the balls, regardless of what position he's played. So I think as well. I think what really helped him last year, him playing VFL finals, like that was pretty important for him, and he built up a really good few matches there playing in the VFL finals, and the Footscray Dogs won the flag. So yeah, I much prefer Treloar over Connor McDonald, but I prefer C-Mac over DeGoey. How tragic, by the way, about the VFL no longer on free-to-air. What a pain in the ass that is. Rate these mid-prices. Langford, Curtin, Davies, Parrish. Are we talking Alex Davies? Yeah, we are. Okay. Right. Number 1 for me, if he is there, round 1 is Darcy Parish. 2 is Langford. Now that Curtin has dislocated his knee, Curtin, who knows if he's even going to play early on in the season. So I think Curtin, without knowing if he's going to play, is probably 4, and then 3 Alex Davies. Now with Petrarca, I'm not sure about his versatility. So. So probably Davies 3, just purely because he might still play, but I think his CBA numbers will go down. But yeah, I really like Darcy Parish ahead of those guys. Ollie Greaves, hearing a bit of noise about that. I'll just need to see. I don't know if he plays straight away. I'm not buying that as of yet. Could do, but he might be the closest guy to making his debut for the Hawks, but to play round 1 straight away, I'm just not sure on that. So at 99k, he is tempting though. Jakey Wood, I'm staying away from Treloar and Parrish. I don't have them. I went young in my back line. You went young in your back line? What, Tyler Young? Or do you mean Hayden Young? I assume you mean Hayden Young. I don't have Kitty Coleman in my backline. I've got Gordon Cherry. Yeah, so you've got your more guns and rookies side, which is fine. And I think this year it feels like we're leaning a little bit more towards guns and rookies. I've still tried to go my value route, but it feels like we're just pure uncertainty about what's going to happen in that ruck line. Maybe just seeing and forgetting could be good. Blues bagger. Do people really think Sid Draper is going to score well just because Matt Crouch is retired and there's no sub? I don't see Sid scoring well. How much CBAs is he going to get? I don't think he. I'm fairly certain we can draw a line through him because I don't think he's going to play to start the season. I think there's a few ahead of him and he's still dealing with a groin issue. So I'd be pretty shocked if he played. So maybe a downgrade option down the line. But we know Adelaide as well. They usually like backing in their veterans to come in and out of the side ahead of a couple of the youngsters. So his time will come, but I still don't think it's just yet. Jack Steele pod, yeah, I like Jack Steele. No early buy as well helps him. So it wouldn't surprise me if he sneaks in. Cheese, they've been playing. How many comments am I? No, I'm not too bad. They've been playing Pryor up on a wing and training, giving him the Kelly treatment, which was dumb. So I feel like they'll try to get games in the carry early, but I'd be surprised. Yeah. He will be a downgrade option at some point, and I think he has potential to be a good rookie. But I'm just uncertain on whether he's actually going to play round 1. He could make his debut round 4 or 5, but not hearing any news specifically on him actually playing just yet. Top 3. Whitfield or Ash. I forgot the context on that. Whitfield or Ash. Whitfield, just because of the runs on the board. But Lockie Ash could still do the same. But Whitfield is a guy, if he stays at that half-back role, he's a fair bit more consistent. Normally, Ruck is set and forget this year. It's hard to. Yeah, it is. It is. It's a bit of a mystery box on what the answer is going to be in the ruck line. I think at the minute I've got. Actually, I think at the minute I've got Jackson and English, but I want to update that because I think I want a premium ruck and Draper at R2, unless there's any other value options that come by. I think Nick Bryan could become relevant during the season, so I might be able to slot him in at R2 as a target during the year. So then I can move Draper in the forward line. But yeah, it's a tough one this year. Who's the riskiest out of Hayden Young, Treloar, Parrish, Coleman? I would say, to be honest, I don't think if they've all had a full pre-season, I don't think any of them are risky, to be honest. I know that sounds DeGoey's certainly DeGoey's certainly the riskiest, just because of the scoring volatility with him that can come with him. So, if they have a full pre-season, they're not as risky as advertised, but it's just more about what's more awkward if they go wrong to try to swap to. Because the thing is with Hayden Young and Darcy Parish and even Adam Treloar, there are a lot of 300 to 400K options to. One of them will pop off and we can just swap to them. And then Coleman, it's only like if there's a defensive rookie we're missing and he doesn't go well, it's like a 80K downgrade to swap with like a Xavier Taylor if he pops off. So I don't know. I don't think any of them are risky. Maybe DeGoey is, but at the same time, it's once again a lot of good 300 to 400K mid-priced options in the forward line to where probably one of them does well and we can swap to them and it wouldn't cost us that much money. Whereas a guy like Sam Draper, if he goes bad, you're sort of stuck there. So I would say having Draper at like R2 is quite risky. But the thing about DeGoey, he isn't a normal player. He only plays good in bursts and finals. Yeah, that's what I mean. He's got that Shea Bolton about him where he can go on a streak of 90 plus, but then drop a 40 or he cops an injury. So just can't trust that body just yet. Daniels, hope you're going well, mate. Thank you very much. Keen to go one better in 2026. Yeah, I'm sure that's all our New Year's resolution, that's for sure. The goal is top 1% every year for me. So we're looking to back that up and hopefully a little bit better as well. Harley, hope you're doing well, mate. SDS SuperCoach. You're too kind. You're too kind. Appreciate your work, mate. We'll collab during the off season. I'll collab with a lot more creators during the during February. February's like for YouTube content creators, like collab month where we just team up with everyone. So we'll set something up. Legend. Finn McRae or Devin Robertson, who's going to play more games, I guess you mean. I think Dev, just because he can play multiple roles, which is so valuable in today's game now, where McRae can only have an impact if he is midfield. But it's not a positive, but Hewitt, don't know what the injury news is with him, but could that open up Finlay McRae? Maybe. But I think Devin Robertson's going to play more games than him. We'll just chuck either one in for now or blue baggers to wait and see. Yeah. We don't know too much about rookies at this minute. We're just sort of basing it off training reports. So we'll get more news as time goes on for sure. How come everyone's forgotten about Brent Daniels? Probably because it's harder to get news from, on occasions, GWS and Gold Coast. We heard some Gold Coast training news today, which is good. But I'm quite bullish on Brent Daniels. At his best, he can be that 450k forward. So I'm quite keen on him. He knows how to get the ball. He can lay plenty of tackles. I am pretty bullish on Brent Daniels. I think I'm going to lean more towards guns and rookies as well. Still have no idea about overall structure, which line's about deeper. Yeah, fair enough. And I think that's the answer with most of us. We don't know just yet. We're just sort of picking players and hoping what sort of role they can kind of be. So, I think at the minute, I think with the way I want to build my team, I think I've got one rookie in defence on field, two in midfield for rookies, two in the forward line, and one in flex, I believe. Sorry, I meant to say young in the back line. Sorry, I was meant to, like kids, like the names Naz, Rosie, Colby, McKercher. Oh, okay. I thought you meant like Tyler Young or Lewis Young or something. No, that's all right. Yeah, we'll get more news on rookies, so that'll eventually come. Got a couple of... Oh, yeah. What are we up to? Wait, wrong tab. Cheese, feeling Sydney to have a top 4 year. Trying my best not to start both Gordon and the beautiful blonde-haired man, Heaney. Yeah, I saw he got a couple of tattoos, so George would be pretty flat about that. He loves Heaney, so yeah, I could see myself starting Gordon. I think for me, it's between Gordon and Callahan at the minute for that M3 spot or M2, M3 spot. What time is it? I'll go for another 13 minutes and I might actually build my team. So just to quickly show you guys, but see how much time we got. Look, Gordon I think is a fantastic option. Is it too much owning Sam Flanders, Filippo, and Sinclair for the round 4 bye? I have Lockie Ash. I think you can survive, but maybe you can just go. Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. Maybe choose between Lockie Ash or Jack Sinclair. But I think the forward line is going to be pretty hard during the early buys because I'm finding a lot of the good options are from those 10 teams. I also have Callahan. Yeah, I think you'd rather load up on the round 4 bye than the round 2 or 3 bye. So if you want to go with Saints or Giants players, that's fine. Yeah. 30 years of the Blues. Hope you're doing well, mate. Yeah, I'm quite bullish on Callahan, by the way. Woodlaw or Levi Ashcroft? Over Levi Ashcroft. Yeah. I'm not interested in either, to be brutally honest. But Levi Ashcroft, Will he get more mid-time? I don't know. Maybe in the third season or enough injuries. Wardlaw, the time on ground and durability concerns me, but there is potential for spike there. Is it worth going Errol Goulden? I said to myself at the end of 2025, I wanted to get Isaac Heaney in my team in 2026, but you look at Heaney, needs 30 touches and 5 goals for a big score. Well, I mean, to be fair, it takes a big score to get those type of numbers, but I think Heaney at some point we can get cheaper, whereas Goulden, I think this is roughly will be one of his lower points in SuperCoach. So I'm quite keen on Errol Goulden because he's a lot more consistent nowadays. Like he came off a broken ankle and scored and only had one bad score, which was 73 in the back half of last year. James Delaney, I hope you're going well, mate. What's the ideal salary you want left over after drafting? Probably, I reckon the sweet spot's between 80 to 120K, just for extra flexibility for early season trading, James. Show me your never again players you'll never pick again. Me, I'll never pick Merritt again as he only scored big against Richmond, Gold Coast. I am probably the wrong person to ask because I am not a believer in never again players. Because if they ever got super cheap, I would pick them. So no, I don't really believe in a never again list. So I think that if you do have a list of players that you never want to pick again, but they become relevant, you're just limiting yourself in flexibility for building a team. So I'm probably not the guy to ask for never agains because I don't believe in them. I think everyone comes at a good price. Wherever everyone becomes pickable at some point. So no, the only one I've got, just because I'm not sure if he would ever become relevant again, would be like a Jaden Short. But if he got to 300K, I would pick him. So if that makes sense. Daniel, no, that's all right. Never picking Neil, Dunkley. Neil again, Dunkley or Hugh, and Hugh way better. Neil, if he got to like, I don't know, could it be a regression season? Maybe. But if he got to like 420K, then could be something we consider there. Callahan is a must-have. No, I personally don't think he's a must-have. Daniel, no, I don't. I'm not a must-have, never again kind of guy. Callahan, I really like, but I also think there's other options as well that are interesting. That fixture after the round 4 buys, yeah, I'm pretty interested in him. I'm going Hayden Young for the budget cut, but I want Sarong. Yeah, I think Hayden Sarong. Caleb Sarong is better than what he's currently priced at, so I do like him. I just checked my team. I do. Oh, okay, yeah, nice. SC12I5Q. Hope you're doing well, mate. Going Sinclair over Nass, not following the pack this year. Yeah, I haven't got Nazai Wanganeen Miller either at the minute. So actually, I haven't got either Saints, but yeah, I think, I have a controversial take on Nass, but I probably won't say because I might get killed. Just SuperCoach wise, of course, he's an absolute star. But fuck it, I'll say it. All of his kick mark share that he gets in the back line will go down, which makes it a bit harder for him to score. He'll get a lot more attention this year. Now, I know he's probably one of the hardest players in the competition to keep with, but I think he could get to a 540K price to where he becomes attainable. So I definitely want Nass in my team, but I'm happy for him to be an upgrade option. Sinclair taking all the kick-ins? Yes, indeed. That's probably what it seems like. The Shawnee man. Hope you're doing well, mate. Will Ashcroft, Jai Caldwell, Sam Walsh. I would go Walsh 1, Caldwell 2, Will Ashcroft 3, I think. Yes, the reason why Callahan is a must-have, you have all the ball attractors like Oliver and Tom Green. Yes, you do. And I do really like Finn Callahan, but I wouldn't go as far to say he's a must-have. But I think he's a really strong option. He's probably one of my favourite premiums with that early buy. Handballing it, he's a freak, and I do really like him. I've gone Midfield over Nass, even though I've got the cash. It's that round 16 buy for me. I personally would not worry about the mid-season buys in your starting team, just purely because there's going to be stuff that happens in season that we're not going to suspect. I wouldn't worry. I wouldn't pick your starting team and think about the mid-season buys. I would still pick who you want. I just wouldn't bother about picking mid-season buy, picking a team and having the mid-season buy in your mind. I would just pick stuff will happen that we don't expect at the end of the day. Zayden, hope you're doing well, mate. Thoughts on having Walsh, Newman, and Jagger, if not all three? Who needs to go? You don't need to get rid of any of them. Definitely keep Jagger. Newman's pretty safe. Walsh is like the mystery box. What could you get? We've seen it in the past. Can you get back to that? I don't know. I don't reckon you need to get rid of all three unless you got a fair few Brizzy players. Yeah, I will, mate. Who's going to be the Harry Perryman dud pick of 2026? Oh, good question. Who would be I feel like there's a similarity between him and Bergman. Similar type of players, similar type of information that we're leading to. But all we got to hope is that Bergman stays in the midfield. To be the dud pick, I don't know off the top of my head. I'll have a look through. Thoughts on Grundy as well? Will the ruck rules benefit him? They love to use him through transition. Yeah, I like him, but it's just a lot of money to pay for, especially with a guy with an early buy. It's no. What about his first half of the year though? Because I don't know. Is it I probably should have checked. Is it an easy ruck run for Grundy? The reason he went so well in the second half, not only did he lift his game, was his second half of the season was so easy. Sydney's first fixture, I mean, it's not great. It's not a good starting run for Grundy. We've got a neutral matchup, red, dark green, by, light green, red, neutral, orange, red. Like, it's not a good start to the year for Grundy. That's what made him so good in the start of the season in the second half of the season. He has such good, easy fixtures. If he plays, yes. I think Brisbane's list right now is like one of the best of all time. Like, you look through it, their VFL team is like a top 8 contender, I reckon. Nowadays, top 10 contender. Thoughts on Matt Carroll as a pod? Bit skeptical. Was he 292K? Not for me personally, but if we hear any news, then he could be interesting. I'm going Bergman. Yeah, fair enough. Gorn and English, my rucks thoughts. Yeah, that's fine. I like English as a ruck that could get back up there to his old numbers with the new ruck rules. Gorn, probably a little too much for my liking, but I think he's a guy that won't get affected too much with the new ruck changes. Does anyone have the stats for how much the last touch rule affects contests per game? I believe I heard this. I haven't seen anything, but I believe it is a 25% decrease in ruck contests per game. Blues bagger, do you think more people go Jordan Sweet after he scored 200? Well, speaking of like ruck fixtures, Jordan Sweet is piss easy. Like, he doesn't get a neutral, orange, or red fixture until round 9. So he could be a real king early on. So potentially, yeah. What do you think of TDK as a ruck with the new ruck rule? I personally wouldn't be touching the Saints ruckman still. Without knowing the split. We know at the end of the day, if TDK is sharing the ruck, he proved last year he just isn't a premium. If he is solo ruck, he is a premium. But I don't know. I just want to see what's going on with the Saints rucks. I probably wouldn't go there. Any of Banks, Archie Roberts, or Fletcher in your back line? Roberts was for a fair bit. But I've swapped to someone else. 25? Yeah. I think we're losing 25% of ruck contests next year. I do. Dovson. Yeah, I think he's got more potential to move up the ground and score a bit more, Doveston. So I think there's a few rookies I have ahead in the forward line, but he could be a nice little cash generator. All right. Well, what time is it? I've got about 6 minutes left before I go. I'm going to quickly build my updated team for you. All right. So Connor Rosie, Jordan Clark. Then I've got McKercher, Bergman, Coleman, Sarong, and then the two defenders, I believe, are Andy Moniz Wakefield. And who was the other one? I think it was Lindsay. Gibcus was here a couple of days ago, but we finally heard Moniz Wakefield's back to full training. Ruckline at the minute, I've got Tim English and Draper with Reedy for now here. Midfield, actually, no, we'll save that for last. Flex is Euland. So I believe my last team had 5 rookies on field. I've moved to 6. And I think I'm going to have a lot of money spare in the bank, but there's going to be stuff that changes with my team and all that. So it doesn't bother me yet, but heading into round 1 with 80 to 120K in the bank is good. Sheasel. Then we got Flanders. Connor McDonald for now. Treloar. Or have I got Treloar in the midfield? No, sorry, I got Treloar in the midfield. Brent Daniels. I then have Filippo and Marshall with Harrison. And I think I've got Dev for the time being. Midfield. Who was off the top of my head? Butters. I've got and then here I believe I've got Sarong and Goulden. I think it was Callahan, but I've got Goulden for the time being. Then I believe it is Hayden Young, Darcy Parish, Treloar, because I like the flexibility with the mid-forward status. We got Sharp, Jagger, and the 3 midfield rookies on the bench here. We got Grill. We got it's Rasheshko, and I believe it's Jack Carroll because apparently he's trained defense, so it could be interesting. Got 298K here. I think the team I had prior was just Luke Jackson here, but I think come round 1 I want Draper here. Am I forgetting anyone? I don't know. Let me just quickly have a little squeeze. Petrarca's interesting, but probably too many early buy players I've got. Oh, Leo Lombard. No, I've got Leo Lombard in for now. Hearing some good things on him. A little bit more than Dev at the minute, but obviously that could still change. Jamara's just shooting up, isn't he? Ownership was. Harley Reid is. Actually, I probably do have enough money to go. How should we do it? I could go. Would I have enough money for Harley Reid? I do. I might just do it for the banner. Yeah. Yeah, let's get Harley Reid in there. I know it says 36k there. Couldn't give a stuff at the minute. What? I haven't checked any of the comments, so I do apologise about that. Yeah, put Trelaw. I don't know. We'll just go with this. Just more fun having an extra player there. Love you, Lombard, but I'll move you there. Put Trelaw back in the mid. Sorry, in the forwards. And then we'll put, who do I have there? Todd Marshall. And we'll put, who did I have here? Am I tripping? I had Trelaw there. Yeah. Put Carroll back on. Put Carroll back on the bench. Harley Reid. Boom. Look how sexy that looks. Ignore that. But I don't know. This looks pretty sick. But yeah, there will have to be a bit of culling to get to that 80 to 120k money in the bank. All right. Let's get back to the comments, and I think we'll wrap it up there, guys. Just because we've got dinner pretty soon. I had Sullivan Roby. Yeah, he's now back in full training, I believe, but removed him. I'm not going Rosie. He isn't getting cheap chat. Well, he's still planning to be in defence. I think he'll be fine. Maybe he could be moved to the midfield. Andy, he's back in full training. Not guaranteed to be getting a game, but I really like his potential. Thoughts on Josh Dacos with the mid-minutes? I'll see it when I believe it in a practice game, just because, I don't know, there's been other reports where I've heard where he's still training defence, but could open up a Dan Houston, but maybe Pendlebury moving back down there. It does interest me a lot more with Josh Dacos if he moves mid, but probably too many early buy guys, early days. I'll have strong eyes on Cooper Lord, average 103 or something when he was over. Yeah. Fully fit Sam Walsh back might affect him. So that would be my only problem with him. But hopefully Michael Voss gives him a bit more of a run, because I think there's something with him. I'm in the process of creating a TikTok blind rank filter featuring... Oh, mate. Really? That'd be sick. I'll do a TikTok video on that, mate. Yeah, that'd be cool. Are you creating the filter? Let me know. Yeah, Andy Muniz Wakefield. He did his ACL in a practice match against Richmond last year. Melbourne have a couple of outages with their defensive line. Muniz Wakefield is 22, 23 years of age. I think he's got massive potential to be a cash cow, just making sure that he gets in there round one. I feel like Tracker's going to make us put him in our teams after round 0. Yeah, I think so as well. Who have Gold Coast got? I forgot. Oh, they got the Cats. Hopefully Mullen tags him just to make it a little bit easier for our teams. So, I have done a video on the mid-price madness. I could do a little February update on the mid-price madness. So that might come in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, I don't know. I really like the value game in SuperCoach nowadays. Yeah, that's sick, mate. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome, Shawnee. Oh, some people are really strong on Cooper Simpson. I don't think he is best 23 for Fremantle just yet. If a couple of soldiers fell in that back line, though, probably comes in, because he's got potential to be a good rookie for us, like we saw it last year, but did his shoulder. So I don't think he's in best 23 just yet. Bowie out, massive for Muniz Wakefield. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And McVee's gone to Freo. So I like him. Thank you for the 36 viewers watching, but we are going to wrap it up. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Hope you're all doing well, and have a good one.